2-1. Tyler Acton. Easy play in the outfield. 1 down. Quickly 0-2. One and two. Again, Bob Plaisher along with Eleni Caruso here. Waco. The Waco Golden Eagles. Did you play Waco or was years ago?
Yeah, but that was a non-league game, Bob. A lot of times what we would do is play them the last game of the season when Cardinal Mooney disbanded. They no longer had a school there. Everybody was.
Where was Cardinal Mooney?
Cardinal Mooney was in Rochester. It was a Catholic school, but then they closed the school, and that coach went to Bishop Kearney. Well, we had an open date, and Terry Brown always wanted to play us to get ready for the sectionals. So we used to play that Saturday before Memorial Day under the lights. Wonderful crowd. Yeah, but we only played them in non-league game. Now they're league games.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Strike 2. Nice.
Yeah, nice play.
Okay, nice play by the shortstop.
Sun keeps coming in out. Now that we get everything all set here. So it takes us to the bottom of the first. Oops. Did you grab one yourself or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
We're not on the air yet, are we?
Yeah, we're on there.
Okay.
So you can't swear anymore.
No.
Cut down on the cursing. We don't curse. On the mound for Waco, number 4, Jamie Carmen, 11th grader. Surprising JVs aren't playing today, but I don't know if Waco has a JV program. Sometimes
I don't know. They used to. They used to have
yeah, because you're right, because there's only one 10th grader on the team here listed. So Justin D'Amato. Everyone will be ahead of the pitch today. Like yesterday, remember we were talking about how everyone was away from it.
Oh, it's a beautiful evening here.
Beautiful. It is. A lot better. Now, not a bit of wind. You can tell by
Right.
the.
Come on. All right.
You beat it out. Good job, Justin. Matt Oyer takes one high. Comes in batting .371.
Yep.
He's second in RBIs on the team with 9.
Curveball, another curve.
So that's 2 straight curves.
Yep. Hey, Bobby, they're stealing.
Yeah, it's amazing. The last couple, they had 3 stolen bases yesterday, and that's their first one today.
Yeah.
Now
That's
they're
more
up.
than they had on the first 4 or 5 games.
Well, the first 9 games they only had 2,
2.
and now they're up to 8. Or they had 3. I'm sorry, and then now they're up to 8. But so 2-2 to Oyer. Field looks great as usual.
Yep. Field of dreams. Field of dreams right here.
What kind of dirt is out there in the
It's called bean clay. Okay?
bean clay?
Bean.
Where do they where do they dig that out of?
I think it comes from the Carolinas. It's you can see it's an orangish tint,
Yeah.
and it's real good drainage. Well, we have drainage here, but that bean clay soaks up a lot of water.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, this is 30-something years old when they built. I think the drainage is
Right.
finally getting
Yeah.
failing because
Yeah.
they've
You
had
know, Bob. Back in the '70s, when it rained, I would get absolutely killed if anybody did this today. Oh, long fly ball to left field, Bob. He's under it. Nice. Okay. But
Well-
anyways, we'd get the water off the field, and then I would put gasoline on it and light it. That's true. It's a true story. And the figure we up in flames. Nobody said anything.
So you didn't know if it was legal or not.
No, I didn't know it was illegal, but it was one way to get the field dry.
I've heard that before. So I think the Mets, someone on a broadcast was talking about lighting the field
Oh
on
my
fire,
gosh.
and that would dry it out, huh?
Try it right out. You get all the real wet spots, and you get all the water off it, and pour a little gasoline on it, and then light it. Today they'd kill you.
So 1-0. Connor O'Rourke. 2-0. O'Rourke comes in batting .333.
I like this kid. He's really hitting
Only
the ball
11th
well.
grader too.
Yeah. Now you notice where he holds the bat. Now his is a lot different than most of the kids that are hitting. He has a unique stance.
Rests on his shoulder.
Right.
Well, how do you like it? Is that a nice stance, or like
Yeah,
we talked
that's
about
fine.
yesterday? It doesn't even matter because
It
everyone's
doesn't matter.
different. Yeah.
It doesn't matter as long as you're comfortable and you can get that bat head to the ball. Oh, don't get. Oh, almost got picked off. You know, if they used to do videotapes, professionals, and it doesn't matter where you start the bat, but when you get to the hitting zone, everybody has their elbow on this. Oh, and long fly ball to right field. Can of corn.
Nice throw over to third too. So
Yeah.
got to level off that swing, get that ball down.
Yeah, when you hit the ball, when you get ready to hit the ball, everybody's hands and arms are in the same position.
So Tyler Acton, his batting average dropped to 208 after yesterday's strikeout performance. And he swings at that one. Oh, he's chasing. He had that problem yesterday, too.
Two curveballs. Now the pitcher's ahead, 0-2. And look at he's right
Look
down.
at his stance. He's got a wide stance.
Yeah, he's right down on the end of the bat, though.
What would you suggest?
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
Didn't protect, like we talked about.
It's not. When you get two strikes out of you, there's a theory that you just want to put the ball in play. So if you choke up a little bit more, you have more control over the bat by choking up a little bit.
Yeah.
That allows you to,
especially with runners on. You know.
But again.
Today's game brought to you by the Ryan Agencies, Hornell, Wellsville, and Jasper. Call 324-7500 or stop in at 57 Broadway. Insurance protection you can rely on, the Ryan Agencies. And by Remax Hometown Choice, Reggie Gambino, Martha Marino, household name. Call 697-3629. Stop in at 117 Main Street. Reggie Gambino, Martha Marino, Remax Hometown Choice. Triple C's Tasty Freeze. Call ahead, pick up your meal to go. Chicken wing or chicken fingers, hot dogs, hamburgers, and all your flavors of ice cream. Triple C's, John N. Dagan, General Trial Practice, proudly serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690. John N. Dagan. And by Maple City Dodge, Airport Road in North Hornell. Great sales, great service on all Dodge Chrysler Jeeps. Stop in and check out the 2019s on the lot, as well as all the used cars. No one will undersell Maple City Dodge. And, of course, Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating. Need a plumber? Call Palmer, Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating, 698. So, number 3, John Freeberg.
John Freeberg, also known as John Freeberg.
So, top of the second, 0-0.
Nice play.
Yeah, that's Zach Miles, who wasn't in the game last night. So,
yeah, they say if you make a spectacular play, that's icing on the cake. But you got to make the routine plays, which he did.
Yeah. So Nick Zasarani, 11th grader, batting .263. Now he mix his name up. That one skips away.
Very nice play.
Yep.
Zach Miles again.
Father Andy Miles.
Now to bat, number 11.
So 2 quick outs. Trevor Sly, the 11th grader. Got him listed at a 6'4". He doesn't look that tall. Maybe he is. Batting .237. Who's behind the plate? Do you know?
Leon Babcock's at first base. I don't know the guy behind the plate.
Nice pitch by Burdette. Burdette comes in with a .95 ERA.
Now you can tell this kid either lifts weights or, boy, he's got a good body on him. Very muscular.
He's got that V body, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Built up. You can see his upper. But he has a tough time as Burdette strikes out.
That was about a 7-inning pitch.
It's going to take us to the bottom of the first. Or bottom of the second. I'm sorry, yep.
In life, some surprises are good, and some surprises aren't. You'll be pleasantly surprised by how much cash you could earn with our Kasasa Cash checking account. You could earn dividends up to 3% APY each month just by using your checking account. Plus, your ATM fees may be refunded. There's no monthly fee, no minimum balance, and no unpleasant surprises. Call First Heritage or visit us at fhfcu.org to open your Kasasa Cash checking account today. Some restrictions apply.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys offices in Buffalo and Rochester, proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders. Call 585-262-COMP. Connors and Ferris. First Heritage Federal Credit Union, newest branch right here in Hornell, New York. Corners of Maze and Seneca Street. More than just checking and saving. Stop into First Heritage. Open up an account today. First Heritage. Airtight of New York spray foam insulation. That's airtightofnewyork.com. Call 368-2842. Commercial, residential, new and old construction, attics, additions, basements, crawl spaces. Airtightofnewyork.com. Poulos and Roselle, attorneys at law. Call 324-7333. Tim Roselle, Bill Poulos. Poulos and Roselle. Sun keeps coming in and out. Elderwood. 1 Bethesda Drive. Stop in. Visit a beautiful facility at Elderwood, long-term care facility, short-term rehab, across from the Wegmans Walmart Plaza, adjacent to Lowe's. Elderwood at Hornell. What do they talk about when they meet at the mound like that? Just good luck, you know.
When all they're saying is throw strikes.
Yeah.
Let us make the plays behind you. You know, we'll get the job done.
Jonas Scotty, also known as Joe Bear.
So Jonas Scotty up.
Jonas is due for a big day here. He's
low ball 1. Scotty comes in batting .225. 2-0. Jamie Carmen, I'm sorry, pitching. Waco comes in at 7 and 8. Oh! You see that? It hit the lip of the.
He gets a base hit. He probably hit a ball a lot harder than that and didn't get a hit. And that one just trickled and took a bad bounce and got a hit.
Fun fact about Cheetahs, they run 65 to 75 miles per hour.
Got a couple of high school seniors announcing up there.
Yeah.
Oh, and 2. Demetrius Kabik struggled at the plate this year, batting 115. That was a funny. What did it hit? Something you think, or the spin got it? That ball to make it.
Yeah. Well, you see the way he hit it. He hit it off the end of the bat.
Oh, so it spun.
So he had a different spin on it.
Here we go.
There's a base hit.
Oh.
Ooh.
I think if he could have charged it, he might have had a chance at it. You know, if he came in quicker. But how about diving?
Well,
yeah, I know.
As it's going out there, you're kind of indecisive whether you should dive or not. Because if you dive and you miss it, it goes to the fence.
Yeah. So Nick Carlton batting an even 200 with 4 RBIs on the season. No outs, 2 men on. Carlton takes a strike.
Now, who's this up the bat, number 34?
Nick Carlton.
Carlton.
As I get older, the names don't, you forget who's who. And outside, 1-1. You know, it's amazing. You look at the history, and I was looking at an old railroad, Erie Lackawanna magazine, and the people that retired. I'm like, from Hornell. I don't even know these names.
Oh, I probably would know some of them.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I looked up my grandfather's name, and it has when he retired and everything. It's pretty cool.
Now, believe me, Bob, I'm not questioning the coach. I don't do that. I'm saying
this
from
would be a
the old
bunt.
school. It's nobody
out.
Nobody out. You got men up first and second.
Yeah, this should be a bunting situation. You're correct.
Yeah. So, but again, Bob, the game today is played completely different than it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. It's a completely different ball game. So when I see something like this, I'm thinking in my day.
Yeah.
But today, it's not. They're looking for a big inning.
And you used to practice bunting, and pulling back so you don't
yeah,
offer.
Right.
You know, there's so many. It's I think it's an extremely important part of the game. But like you said, it's a change. You know.
It's a change, yeah.
So 2-2. I could yell down to coach, bunt.
No,
he can't
no,
now
don't.
because he's got 2 strikes on him.
Don't do it. No, he can't. No. Unless it was Donnie Fortuna.
Yeah. Full count. I saw you having a conversation with the coaches there. All your former players? What were you talking about down there?
Oh, it was. I was talking to Brian about, maybe we could do something where we could do a fundraiser if the school would go along, where they could go back down to Myrtle Beach during the school break.
But you said it was $10,000 back then. I can't imagine what it would cost now.
Yeah. But again, I know in today's society, the parents want to take their kids on vacation. I understand that part of it, but baseball is a part of when he committed to playing it.
After this pitch, I got a good story for you.
Okay.
That amazes me.
Yeah.
Double play. That puts the old brakes on a good inning,
Yeah. Okay, what's your story?
In Naples, my nephew plays baseball, basketball in Naples. None of the kids are required to ride the bus home. And I was like, my sister's very upset about it, and I just can't believe it. I said, that was a time you probably talked to your kids about the game and stuff like this. And they tried to get it back and the parents went nuts about it. I'm like, that's the change in society.
Right.
And that's crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If people from Naples are listening, you guys don't understand how sports work. It's a team sport.
What on the bus, if you win, you build camaraderie. You're laughing. You're enjoying the hard work.
Right.
If you lose, but you're together. It's a team effort.
That wasn't a double play. I thought it was.
No.
So my mistake. So a run scores for Hornell.
Yep. I got to bring you an article. There was an article in the Livingston County paper. This was a while back, talking about kids going on vacation nowadays and not fulfilling the commitment to the team, and the schools, going along with what the parents want. But like you say, the kids don't ride the school bus or the bus home.
They're the only school I know that does that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. And the sad thing is, there's I guess there's a Chinese kid who does ride the bus because his parents don't go to the game. So there's one person on the bus. His parents own the Chinese restaurant there in town.
What's the sense of taking the school bus to the game?
Right.
Let the parents take them to the game.
Yeah. You spend all that money.
Right. It's a very costly proposition, taking the kids to the game.
And that was another thing. A couple years ago, Naples, I think, was like #1 in Class C2 or whatever, or D1, whatever it was, and they went to C.G. Finney to play, but it was during winter break, and 2 of the kids went to Aruba or someone never came back. He didn't come back for the game. It was like, that's why I don't even think they schedule games anymore, but they do in basketball. There's still games during winter break.
Basketball and football.
Yeah. But baseball, they take off,
Everybody takes off. Like in football.
And they ended up losing or whatever it was. It's a shame. The #1 team loses because their top stars decide to go to Aruba or whatever. It gets hit. Justin D'Amato.
There's a lot more to sports than just winning or losing the game.
Yeah.
Getting home.
So D'Amato makes the first after getting hit by pitch, and Matt Oyer up. Throw down to.
Now I want you to watch something, Bobby. Okay, now you do this in practice, but if the catcher and the first baseman had a signal, now watch how far that guy gets off. See how the runner he's not even paying attention to the first baseman. If the first baseman and the catcher work together, they could pick him off like nothing. All right, watch. Now we'll say it's a timing play. We go, okay, 1001, 1002. Now he'd break, right?
Okay.
Now. Well, whoever that is, he's not getting off that far now.
D'Amato?
Yeah, he's not.
So 0-2 with 2 outs. Matt Oyer. And you're saying the catcher would actually throw it before obviously the first baseman gets over there, but
it's a timing play. You
it's
work
all
on
timing,
it in practice, and that's how we won the 1972 section finals. Rick Serini picked the man on first and second. Him and Steve Walden worked the timing play. Boom, he picked them off at the end of the game.
Wow.
And they had the tying runs on base.
That's risky just because if he overthrows, I bet you come on.
When he threw it, I died because if he throws it out in the outfield,
they come back and win.
They tie it. But that's the type of person Rick Serini was. Yeah. He wasn't afraid to make a mistake.
And like you said, he was accurate. So
but he wasn't afraid to make. He wasn't afraid to take or make a mistake and take charge. And that's.
No.
Okay.
So that's going to take us to the third. Hornell does take a 1-0 lead.
1-0 Hornell. The scenes of this one are some of
Today's game brought to you by
Is that
Rustic Lux, 320 Cannon Steel Street in Hornell.
supervisor of the Hornell
Reloved, repaired furniture. Have that piece you want redone, bring it into Rustic Lux. Check out their showroom at 320 Cannon Steel Street in Hornell. And, of course, Gilio's Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call 382-0836. Gilio's Plumbing, Heating and Cooling.
If you get hurt at work, call 262-COMP today and get the results you deserve.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Getting Callan Burdett on the mound, only a 10th grader for Hornell. Got 27 strikeouts against 17 walks on the season. So your daughter coming home tonight, your wife must have made a huge 7-course meal, did she?
She better eat now for because she's not getting anything when she comes home. Oh, my wife's a wonderful woman, but she doesn't enjoy cooking.
That's how you stay so thin.
I cook myself. I stay thin.
My oven's been broke for 15 years. I'm waiting for someone to pick it up and take it to the garbage. I haven't used an oven. So number 13, Ben Wood up.
Next time I cook a good meal, I'll have to call you.
Yeah.
Takeout. You can have a takeout.
No, I want to eat right there.
Oh, you can eat right there, yeah. All right, watch. This is a routine play. Look at this.
Oh.
All right, okay.
Was he safe?
Well, that wasn't a routine play. I correct myself. He charged the ball. It was a slow roller. Excuse me.
Number 15, Cameron Huber.
So Cameron Huber. Is that an error, though?
Yeah. Well, you know, that was tough. I didn't see where the runner was when he released it. I'd give him a base hit on that. I really would, because that was a tough play. Hey. Well, I still have faith in the coaches. He bunted.
Well, that wasn't Hornell, though.
No, I know it, but no.
Yeah.
But he bunted the guy, got him in the scoring position. Well,
Number 2, Bean Tressler.
Ethan Trischler. Batting 143, 11th grader. So 1 out. Ben Wood on third. Need of a strikeout here.
yeah. See, now, by getting that guy over to third base, he can score on a sacrifice fly, a base hit, an error, a pass ball. Okay?
Yeah.
Whereas he's on second, basically you're only going to score on a base hit.
1-1. The high heat.
Now he's got to get a strikeout. He's got to get a strikeout here. See, now look at the infield, Bob. They're playing back, so they're giving up the run. They're not questioning. If that ball's hit to the shortstop, second baseman, that
Full
run's
count.
going to score.
Now, if bases were loaded, they'd be playing
Oh,
up.
no,
Yeah.
no. If the bases were loaded, they could do one of two things. If there was one out, they could play back for the double play.
Right, okay.
Or cut off the run.
Yeah.
Ah, nice
Strike
job.
three.
Nice job. There's a strikeout.
Up to bat, number 4, Jamie Carman.
Jamie
Now-
Carman, the pitcher.
This is where he's got to really bear down. Don't relax because he struck that guy out. He's got to get this guy out.
Jamie Carman. He's a pitcher.
Yeah, he's the pitcher.
Low and outside. Trying to get him to chase that outside.
Yeah.
Because putting him on first really doesn't hurt you. I mean,
No, it doesn't hurt you, but
you definitely want to get him out. 2-1.
all right, nice play.
There it is.
Okay.
It's all smiles there. You know,
Yeah.
they enjoy playing the game.
Yeah.
It's going to take us to the bottom of the third. How many teams? You played Babe Ruth, right? Back in your day. How many teams they have back then?
Oh, God, back then they used to have at least 10, 8 or 10.
Yeah,
Yeah. Everybody played back then.
yeah.
Nobody said, well, there was nothing, there was no video games. There was, you got out.
No TV either, right?
Well,
Very few. People probably didn't have TV. Some of them, you know.
well, in the 50s, like I said, we never got our first TV until 1953. I was 8 years old. The big thing is to get the kids out doing something. Something.
When they talk about the obesity rate and stuff. That's it. The kids are sitting home.
Yeah. Sitting home, drinking pop or so.
You're on to prune juice now, right?
I don't have that problem.
No. Oh yeah, right.
I don't have that problem.
I drink pomegranate juice in the morning. That's the same type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And it helps your heart. And
Sure.
You want to stay around the house for an hour after you drink it. Let's
Yeah,
put it that way. You don't want to be traveling.
Yeah.
So here's Zach Miles, the shortstop, up first.
Out to bat, local fishing guy, Zach Miles.
Zach batting .455.
Gee.
That's why I'm surprised they
He's only
sat
a-
him yesterday, you know.
He's only a junior?
Yeah. No, he's a junior. Yep, sorry. Yep.
That's great.
Bottom of the third, 1-0 Hornell.
Now, you notice the difference tonight with the ball hitting the air?
Yeah.
It stays right there. Last night it was tailing.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah, it started right with Tommy Piccolo out there, and right
Yeah.
he just caught off guard. Didn't. So Connor O'Rourke. Oh, that took a bad
Tough
bounce.
hop. Yep.
That would be an error as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now to bat, number 4, Tyler Acton.
So Tyler Acton. See if his woes continue here. Gets hit by the baseball.
Yep.
So 2 on.
Now to bat, Jonas Scotty, number 1 on the field and number 1 in our hearts.
So Jonas Scotty. 2 on, 1 out. Do you remember the first time coming from Little League up to here?
Oh, what an adjustment.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the first year I played in Little League back in the 50s. You could play when you're 8 years old, and I'll never forget coming up, and here was these 12-year-old kids playing.
Yeah.
And it was
Intimidating, yeah.
Intimidating. It's very scary because I'd never been hit, by a ball going that hard or thrown that hard. And then Babe Ruth was a different story because you now went to 60 feet 6 inches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But back when there was a lot of great baseball players in the 60s, Bob, 50s and 60s.
Did you still, Little League, you still had to get it? You put everyone into the game?
Yep.
Just like they
No.
So you couldn't, there'd be teams you wouldn't play then?
Could
and
be.
Little League.
Could
Wow.
be, yeah. But I had a great Little League coaches. I had George Huffsmith, who was a police officer.
Yep.
And Vernon Squint Belknap. He worked for the Elmhurst. What wonderful, wonderful coaches they were.
You know, Elmhurst Dairy still exists.
It does.
Yeah,
where?
I was up coming back from Niagara Falls and stopped at that Welcome Center. It's a brand new Welcome Center, and they have a Taste of New York stuff in there. And Elmhurst Dairy Milk.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Had the same logo too on the thing. So full count for Scotty.
When you're doing your research on Hornell, I think there was a gentleman by the name of Harold Ranger who ran the old Elmhurst.
Yeah. So was Elmhurst based in Hornell?
Yeah, I think so. Now see that he hit that ball hard.
Yep.
And he got, the guy caught it. And the last time ever he hit that little squibber,
yeah,
he got a base hit.
So that's a second out. Demetrius Kabik. A lot of getting under it.
Yeah.
So 2 men on, nobody out, squandered.
No, right. No, there's 2 men on, 1 out because the
yeah,
first guy.
right. Yes, you're correct. I'm sorry.
Punisher in the stands. Always appreciate the screens.
I would turn around if they gave me a shout out, but I can't turn the camera and film them. Today's game brought to you by the Ryan Agencies, Hornell, Wellsville, and Jasper. Stop in at the Hornell office, 57 Broadway. Call 324-7500. Insurance protection you can rely on, the Ryan Agencies. And by Remax Hometown Choice, Reggie Gambino, Martha Marino, a household name. Call 697-3629 or stop in at 117 Main Street in Hornell. Or call their cell phones right there listed. Remax, Triple C's Tasty Freeze for all your favorite flavors of Perry's ice cream. Stop in. The grill is open. We're open right now 11 to 2 and from 4 to 8. Triple C's 50 Park Drive. John and Dagan General Trout Practice. Proudly serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690, John and Dagan. So here we go, top of the 4th. Cruising right along here.
Yeah.
Hornell still holds a 1-0 lead. First up, number 14, Blake Zastrny.
Now up to bat, Blake Zasta, WRNY.
I always get his name wrong. He plays basketball too, and they told me how to do it one time. Another pop fly, Scotty's underneath it.
Oops, excuse me.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Yep.
Now up to bat, Connor Engler.
So Connor Engler, senior, batting .225, takes ball 1.
Foul ball. Foul ball.
Just foul.
Yep.
One and one. So strike 3. 2 outs.
Now up to bat, John Freeberg.
So John Freeberg. Good pitch fastball from Burdette. Base hits. Demetrius Kabik comes up to it in the left field.
Now up to bat,
2 out base hit. Nick Zastrny looks at ball 1. So Matt Oyer gets underneath it. Tires the side is going to take us to the bottom of the 4th.
So you want to review your insurance and see if you're getting the best deal. You could call that Big Brand Insurance Company. But the big name company can only provide one thing, what they're locked into selling you. But the Ryan Agency is your local independent agency offering options from many top insurance companies.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
Fouls the first one off. 0-2. Striked out. Look a little low on outside, but umpire's right there. Umpire's always right, Lenny?
That's right. It was too close to take. Let's put it that way.
You have ever been kicked out of a game, or
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of times. I wasn't very proud of myself.
Yeah. Are we arguing balls and strikes, or?
No. The one time I got thrown out. Remember Dennis Kinney's father?
Yeah.
And Joe Morrow's father. We were playing at Elmira Heights, and they had no dugouts, and the fans sat right next to the players. We just had a little bench.
Yeah.
We sat there, and the parents sat right behind us. Well, Don Canny and Joe Morrow were arguing over some calls that the umpire was making, so I went out and I started questioning them because I thought Joe Morrow and Don Kenny knew what they were talking about. Well, the umpire didn't like that, and he threw me out of the game. Well, I had to go sit on the school bus. Now, this was back in 1973. My sister had never seen me coach. Oh, nice play by the third baseman. Very nice.
So your sister was at the game?
My sister lived in Elmira. So she came to the game to see me. And so she got there and she said to my wife, well, where's my brother? He got thrown out of the game. He's sitting on the school bus.
What year was that?
1970.
So was that the beginning of your career?
73, yeah. The other time I got thrown out in Elmira at Dunfield, it was a championship game for the Sullivan Trail. And, nice play by the third baseman, Bob. Very nice.
Little backhand.
2 great plays.
So the other time.
The other time, we were in Dunfield playing for the Sullivan Trail Championship, and we were ahead going into the last inning, and all of a sudden, the strike zone shrunk. Okay, it shrunk. So I went out there and I said to the guy sarcastically, that's not a postage stamp that you got out there. That's 17 inches wide. I said, you're calling it like it's a postage stamp. Well, he told me that in no uncertain terms to keep my mouth shut and go back and sit in the dugout. He said, if you say one more word, you're out of here.
Well, of course.
I got back to the dugout and I said something, and he threw me out. Oh, dear.
Did you go sit on the bus again?
No, I had to go outside the stadium, though. But luckily we had I had an assistant coach at the time. He could take over. If not, we'd have lost the game by forfeit.
Who was your assistant, do you remember?
Brett Fancher.
Oh, yeah. What year was that then? That was
1992. 91 or 90. Wait a minute. No, it was 91. It was 91. Not that it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
$0.88 at Walmart.
Yeah, they're cheap. So number 11, Trevor Sly. Up. Ball 1. Game's cruising right along. We're less than an hour.
Yeah, that's great.
You'll make it home to see your daughter after all.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh. You can go
well,
anytime.
I haven't seen her since Christmas.
So you haven't been down there, huh? You didn't
Oh,
go
wait a
down?
minute, Bob. I'll take that back. Since March. We went down for my grandson's birthday, March the 7th.
How old are the grandkids now?
12 and 10.
Are they playing any sports or?
The one plays soccer. The oldest boy, he's a musician.
Does he play the guitar?
Yeah, he plays the guitar. And,
Does he really? Good for
the
him.
cello, and
Wow.
he writes songs.
Does he write the songs the whole world sings? I write this.
Just like every time I go, they say to him, I'll say, "Do you want to play catch?" Nah, I don't like catch, Grandpa.
That's all right.
No, it is.
World needs musicians too.
Yeah.
So 1 out. Ben Woodup came in batting .325. Nice fastball by Colin Burdette. Two and one. Very busy staircase.
What's that?
It's a very busy staircase.
Yeah. All those girls go back and forth.
Look at that fastball he's throwing. 2 and 2. Here they come again. Strike 3.
Right.
Fooled them with a changeup. Was that
Yeah,
changeup?
changeup. I'll never forget when Brian Diamond was a junior in high school. He was pitching a game, and I called a changeup, and he didn't want to throw it. And I told him to throw it. When a guy hit a home run off of it. But I'll tell you, he learned. That became his. You can't be afraid to throw that pitch. The guy hit it right. Come on, Jonas. Nice play.
Catch. Throw the changeup. No, coach.
He didn't want to throw it.
Throw it, and bam.
Bam, he hits a home run. He looks at me, and I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, that's going to come. When he was a senior.
Well, what grade was he in?
He was a junior.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he hadn't really worked on it. Now, that changeup is a very difficult pitch to master, but once you get it, if you throw a fastball, like high school, to throw between 82 and 85. Dave Shepard used to throw about 88. But if
his changeup he did?
No, fastball.
Oh, I see.
But then if you throw it 88, then you throw your changeup about 78.
Yeah.
Boy.
It throws you off. Well, that's what he did right there.
Yeah.
Or, you could see the batter was all discombobulated.
Yeah.
What was your sister living in Elmira for?
She was married. She lived
in Elmira?
She lived in Elmira. Yeah. I never forget the look on her face. Where's my brother? Yeah, he's sitting on the school bus.
Did she come visit you on the school bus?
No, she didn't.
Did you have the school bus driver move where you could watch the game?
Yeah. Well, the coach for Elmira Heights at the time was a guy by the name of Brady. I can't think of his first name. I'll think of it. But he used to come to Hornell. Now, Hunmeyer, God rest his soul, I love
remember
Hun.
Yep.
At the end of his coaching career, this guy would come here and Hun would be at first base. And this guy used to call Hun the fastest gun in the West because he'd always call the guy out before the play was
even close. It's like the Naked Gun movies. Remember the guys?
Yeah, right.
The ball's not even across the plate, and he's calling a strike.
Right. But this Brady went out to Hunmeyer and he says, "Every time I come to Hornell, you're there." He says, "And I'm going to be here the next 20 years." He was 80 at the time. God bless Hunmeyer's.
Hunmeyer's was Kathy Crow's father. Yeah,
yes.
I remember that.
Yep.
My dad and I did some electric. They used to own the greenhouse or something, didn't they?
Yeah, she was.
So, 0-2 to Matt Oyer.
Walt?
He never goes down looking. He's
That's
always
good.
swinging the bat.
That's what you got to do. It's an attitude.
It's that refuse to die attitude, you know. You can't. You know, you see these kids just stand there and take strike 3. It's
Now, this was absolutely crazy, but I want to tell you, when I was coaching, I had this thing called mental errors. Now, how do you get a mental error? Well, you get a mental error for taking a third strike. So if you took a third strike, that was a mental error. If you were a pitcher and you walked a guy in four straight balls, that was a mental error.
What would you make the kids do?
I made them run afterwards. They used to have to run.
Of course you did.
But that was crazy.
Yeah.
So I used to think that was going to get them not, you know, but it was more out of fear than out of, you know. And then one time, you remember Bill Murray?
Yeah, oh, Billy Murray,
Okay.
yes, of course. Yeah, works for, yep,
Yeah, he's a
Rawlings.
Yeah, Bill Murray. Chuck Laporte was my assistant coach. He used to bring a tape recorder because he couldn't remember all the mental errors. He didn't want to write them down, so he'd tape them, and then he could play them back. And Bill Murray made some dumb play or something. And Chuck Laporte says, "Bill Murray, stupidity." Mental error, stupidity. Billy Murray's a wonderful. He's been great to this community. He works for Rawlings Sporting Goods.
Yes, yep.
And I know he always contributes back to this community. Sporting Goods.
Ooh.
Now that is that was a nice play by the center fielder.
He didn't panic.
But he went straight back.
Yeah. He's even got a smile on his face, Miles.
Yeah.
He knew it was a good hit. What are you going to do?
He hit the ball hard. The guy made a great play.
Yeah. I haven't seen a home run from a high school team here in a long time.
Yeah.
The Dodgers hit him, you know, quite a bit.
You know, see that Babe Ruth building out there?
Yeah.
Well, Cardinal Mooney, I was telling you about earlier, they used to bring down a very, very talented team. And
did they recruit?
Well, I don't know if they recruit.
They were a private school,
They were
weren't
a private school,
Yeah.
so I would say they recruit. They had some of the greatest talent. Ooh, nice play. Oh, it got through. So anyways, back then I used to be able to schedule my own non-league games. So I called this Ed Natovsky and asked him if he'd be willing to play us. Well, the first year he said, yeah, but you got to come up here to Rochester. So I did, and we beat him, luckily. That was when Paul Quinlan and Bob Carlin, those kids played.
Yeah.
Well, we beat him. Well, the next year he wanted to come to Hornell. Well, he brought a team. They hit 6 home runs off of the roof in one game. I'm not kidding you.
Really?
6 home runs.
Who was pitching?
Joe Monterano, I think Joe Monterano, or I don't know. But anyways, whoever it was, their neck was like this. Well, I think they.
Well, they have a lot of left-handed batters.
Yeah. Oh, they had a great team. Great team.
So Tyler Acton, 6 home runs in a game.
6 home runs in one game.
And you won, right?
No, we lost. No, that was a.
Oh, Acton again, reaching for that one. Game time reaching 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Strike 2. We need another run, boys. 1-0 is awful tough. Go. See?
Yeah, I mean, you have to go there because he has to make an accurate throw to get you out, you know.
I was at a clinic once and this guy was saying, oh, nice.
There's your second run.
Yep. Nice hit. Who was that?
Tyler Acton, who's been struggling, so good for Tyler. Coming home is Connor O'Rourke. Jonas Scotty up. That had to have been the most home runs in any game, high school game. It has to be.
In one game, yeah.
Jeez.
I got to go back and see if I can find that book.
Jeez. 6. you must just been like,
yeah,
your mouth wide open.
I go out to the mound and I was pitching, look at it. We don't have any other pitchers. Just stay in there.
Throw the change up.
Well, at that stage, the guys who are throwing weren't pitchers. They were
position players where you brought them in,
yeah.
Did they hit any back-to-back?
I'd have to look at it. I can't remember. I'm sure they did.
Did you ever have any grand slams hit off your team, or you ever hit any grand slams? You remember?
Let me think. I'll never forget John Kelleher. He came up to bat. He was a very good hitter, very good. He comes up to bat, and it was 3-0. Now, 3-0, I always gave the take sign. When I looked at him, I give him the hit away sign. 3-0. His eyeballs went out like 50 cent pieces.
And
he couldn't believe. He hits a home run.
Really?
3-0, right over the center field fence.
Right here in Hornell.
Yeah, right here in Hornell. He came around through. He said, "Did I miss a sign?" I said, "No."
Well, yeah, 3-1, right? Yeah, or 3-0, 3-0, yeah,
right.
Take, yeah.
But he was such a good hitter.
Yeah, you hate to waste it. You hate to waste a good hitter. Tyler Acton gets down to third. That's a smart play by Tyler.
Yep.
Like you said, it gives him that chance. So Demetrius Kabik.
Now, Horsehead used to use a play. You see that ball 4? The guy stole. The guy going to first, he just kept going to second. Boy, it threw everybody off. Oh, my God. Because that was a nice play. Great play. You barehanded it, Bob.
Yep.
You see that?
Yeah.
I'm going to go. Because it's 7. It's just in case you go home.
Yeah.
I want to talk.
Well, thanks, Lenny, for joining us.
Welcome back.
I'll talk to you.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Hornell up 2-0 at the end of 5. Thanks, Coach Lenny Caruso, for joining us here today. He's got to go home. His daughter is waiting for him. Family first. So top of the
Hey, 9 and top, let's go. Let's work here, get the first one.
Just having some audio problems here. Pop up. Nice catch by O'Rourke. So 1 down. Bunt foul. Oh and 1. Jamie Carmen. 1 and 1. Two and 1. 1 out here up top of the 6th. Hornell and Waco. 2 and 2. Still on the mound, Colin Burdett for Hornell. Carmen works the count full. There's a base hit.
After that, Blake Zastawerny.
One and 1. Pop fly outfield. Easy play for Justin DeMano. Made a lot of great plays out in center field this year. Two down. Connor Englert. Ooh. Fouls that one off to the dugout on this side. 0-2 to Englert. 2 outs here. Beautiful play.
Still 2-0 going into the bottom of the sixth.
So 2-0 still. Go to the bottom of the sixth.
Stop down today and see why people drive for miles to come do business with us here at Maple City Dodge.
We were looking all over for a Jeep, couldn't find what we wanted.
We stopped at Maple City Dodge, found exactly what we were looking for at the price that we wanted.
Come on in to Maple City Dodge, where we'll find you the right car at the right price. And I'll guarantee that.
Up first for Hornell's number 22, Ethan Curran, the 11th grader. Hornell holding on to that 2-0 lead. And Bob Plaisher broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. All those watching on YouTube Live. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. More games will be on here only because we have to figure out what's going on with Facebook. Curran for extra bases. That'll help his 0.0 or his .00 average. All smiles. Trying to look around and see if his father here. Is he usually here? Might be down the baseline. So number 24, Nick Oyer, the catcher. Oyer with a base hit. Oh, probably could have scored home, but you don't anticipate that the cutoff man's not going to be hit properly. So runners on the corners, nobody out. Hornell looking to extend its 2-0 lead. And Waco came in with a 7-8 record. They played Livonia yesterday and lost 10-0. Livonia still continuing the domination here in the Livingston County League. Stop by Nick Zastrany, but advancing is Nick Oyer. Justin D'Amato at the plate. And D'Amato lifts one up. It's going to score a run. You got on your horse there, Jan. Oh, and a ball gets free, and Oyer's going to get to third. Thing is, as a center fielder, you got to realize you got to just hit the cutoff man. I'm not sure what happened there. A misplay somehow. Allow Oyer to get to third, and an insurance run scores here with nobody out. So D'Amato does his job. So Matt Oyer going to try to drive his brother home. So offense is kind of struggling here in the defense for Waco. There's a strike. 1-1. Have yet to score in their last 13 innings, Waco. Nice play. Good job, Connor.
Now up to bat, Zachary Miles.
So Zach Miles came into today's game batting .455, so he's got a great average. Miles leaps out of the way for ball one. Someone you don't want to see get hit by the ball. You want him to be batting, because just like that. Oh, and beautiful snag. Wow.
Hey, somebody pick me up.
Beautiful job that time, Connor Englert. Gotta tip your hat. Plays like that. Top of the 7th. The last chance for Waco. There's Coach Carlson. Let's see if we can see in his magic book. Coach Pat McHale and Coach Dyrene. And we had Lenny Caruso with us. There's his plaque. Let me see if I can lighten it up here for you. There we go. Lenny's classroom was, can't even read it, inside the lines of this field. Yep. Spent 33 years teaching student athletes the game of baseball. More important, he taught them values they would need to succeed in life. Loyalty, dedication, and hard work. He had 4 Section 5 time champions and 3 STC champions. His winning and loss record are mediocre. June 1990. We got to get someone to clean that up. Maybe I'll bring some brass polish or whatever that's made of. Actually, I'm not sure if Lenny's in the Section 5 Hall of Fame or not. So number 3, John Freeberg, pops one up. Easy play by D'Amato. Makes it look easy. 2 hands. That's the way it should be done. Strike. Next, Zastrany. Oh, what a great play. Demetrius Kabek. Some great plays here today by both teams. So number 11, Trevor Sly. Still throwing some heat is Burdett, but a little high. So down to last 2 strikes here. Two and 1. Beautiful Thursday night. And that's the ball game. Hornell wins 3-0. Thanks for joining us. Again, Hornell's next game will be 6:30 on Saturday night right here against Haverly. It's going to replace the Aquinas listed game. We will not be bringing you that game because of its change. And the Aquinas game was supposed to be at noon, and I was going to be able to do that one, but since the rainouts and the rescheduling, I will not be able to do the Hornell Bath game here. The nighttime 6:30 start, so if you need to come watch it, you have to show up right here at the ballpark. So thanks for joining us. Another Pike Sports presentation. Signing off.